In this video, I will explain how to use the fixed point iteration method in Excel. So let's jump right into an example. This says, use the fixed point iteration method to find the root of f of x equals x cubed plus 2x minus 5. Now, the first step of the fixed point iteration method is that you have to set this function equal to 0 and solve for one of the x values. So I chose to solve for the x value that contains the x cubed. So when you solve for this x value, you get x equals the cube root of negative 2x plus 5. Now the way that we use the fixed point iteration method is we create three columns right here. The first column shows the iteration, so that will just be 1, so you can type a 1 right there. The next column will be the x value that you're going to plug into the g of x equation. So this is a value that you get to choose. So for this example, I chose to use an x value of 1. Then the next column shows the value of g of x when you plug in this x value for x. So the formula that we can use right here in this cell is equals negative 2 times whatever this x value is plus 5 raised to the power of 1/3. So for this example, since there's not a cube root function in Excel, taking the cube root is the same as raising an expression to the 1/3 power. So that's why I've written raised to the 1/3 power. Then hit enter. Next, for iteration number 2, go ahead and type a 2 right there. For the x value, this x value that we use for this iteration is simply equal to the result of g of x in the previous iteration. So we can type equals this cell right here, then hit enter. Then we have to take this cell and just drag it down one time. And what we'll notice is that all this does is it fills in the formula that we used in the previous iteration using this new x value. So go ahead and hit enter. Then what you can do is highlight the entire row for iteration 2 and drag it down for as many iterations of the fixed point iteration method that you would like to perform. So for example, let's perform 15 iterations. What we will see is that the values for x are converging towards the true root of this original function, which appears to be about 1.32827. So I'll go ahead and highlight that cell just to make it obvious that this is our answer. So this is the x value that when you plug it into the original f of x equation, you get a result of 0. So that's how you can use the fixed point iteration method to find the root of an equation in Excel.